had no idea that we're going to do this. I am back in Vietnam, and right now I am in a luxury cruise in Halong Bay. Now I know in one of my latest videos I told you not to do this in your trip to Vietnam because there are way more economical options. But let me explain. I am here with my mom and she's always wanted to do this cruise. So in this video, I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm going to start by doing a tour of the boat. Then I'm gonna take you with me to see all of the activities that we do in this 3-day, 2-night cruise. And at the end of the video, we're gonna talk about pricing, I'm gonna compare different options, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on whether I think this is worth it or not. Before we get started, if you're new here, hi, I'm Alba. I run this travel channel with my partner Nas, but he's not here because this is a mother-daughter trip. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and let's get started with the tour of the cruise. This is the entrance into the boat. It has a big lobby, which is where we would wait before going into any activities. You can see here the reception, and onto the left it also has a spa and sauna where you could book massages. And as you come into the boat, they had the itinerary printed for everybody to see. And right here on the right hand side is where the rooms start. So this is the ground floor of bedrooms where we were staying. This is probably the best part of the whole cruise, and it's how you have these incredible views right from your window in your bedroom. We were staying in a twin bedroom, but you could also get a double bed, of course. And here is the bathroom, which had the most incredible bathtub because you could bathe looking at this landscape. It's incredible. I didn't do it because I'm not a bath person. Also had a shower. But yeah, it was a pretty nice bathroom. But now let's get out of the room and show you the rest of the cruise ship. There was some more rooms in the second floor, which, if I'm not mistaken, costed $50 more than the ground floor rooms. I'm not sure why, because they were exactly the same. But as you pass the corridor of the rooms, this is where you would come into the dining area. This is where we would have all our meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then at the end of it, you could exit into the deck. At the front of the boat, there was a jacuzzi, which you could use at any time. It was always on, but we were a bit unlucky with the weather and it was raining most of the time, so we didn't get to use it, but it was there. And if we head up the stairs to the top deck of the boat, this is where you could find the cabin of the captain and also the bar. So here they did happy hour, you could get drinks any time of the day, and there was loads of chairs and sunbeds, which if you were lucky and was sunny would have been really nice to enjoy, but we still were able to enjoy the views from this deck, which were absolutely stunning the whole time. But let's rewind to the beginning. We got picked up in Hanoi by this luxury van that was organized by the cruise, and it was actually so nice. They gave us drinks and the chairs even had massage functions, which is crazy. We drove for about 2 hours and it was all on the highway, so it was really smooth. And at some point they stopped us at the Pearl Museum. This was a place where they extracted, cleaned and curated pearls taken from Halong Bay. So we had a quick browse, maybe purchased a couple of them, and then we went on our way to our final destination, which would be the dock where we would wait and board our cruise. We had to get on this small boat to get to the bigger cruise, so that's what we did, and after about 15 minutes of riding, we got there, we got our keys and checked into our beautiful bedroom. After settling in, we were called to the dining area where there was a buffet prepared for us for lunch. We had a little bit of time to explore the boat and enjoy the views till we headed to our first excursion of the cruise. We were taken to visit Katba Island, one of the biggest islands of the bay, and most specifically to visit the Trung Trang cave, one of the biggest caves in the island, and it was such an amazing experience. After the excursion, we got back on the boat and there was waiting for us a cooking class. They taught us how to make traditional Vietnamese rolls, and not only they showed us the recipe, but they also helped us make our own. And then it was time for dinner, but when I got to our dinner table, I found this whole setup that they had organized as a surprise for my birthday. I had no idea they were going to do this. I actually walked past earlier and I saw the happy birthday sign and I thought, oh, it's somebody else's birthday. And I was joking to my mom, you could have asked for them to do it for me too. And they had just done it for me because obviously they had my details. It's so cute, I can't believe it. We had a delicious, huge dinner, but at the end they had one last surprise for me. I decided to start my morning with a Tai Chi session that started at 6 a.m. and that's why I was the only one there. And after breakfast, we were transferred into the small boat for our full day tour. We spent a couple hours cruising and enjoying the views, and later we were stopped at a different point in Katba Island where we were taken to visit a village. We had to get on these buggies that took us all the way to the village from the port, and you also had the choice of riding a bike, but it was raining, so most people chose the buggy. When we reached the village, our tour guide explained the history of the whole island, and they offered us to try local liquor, which was made with snakes and geckos and a few other things, so we had to give it a pass. When we got back in the boat, we enjoyed lunch and a lot of cruising. And in the afternoon, there were activities planned for us like kayaking and swimming, but honestly, the weather was so bad that most people decided not to go in the water and we were just waiting. So it did feel a little long, but we enjoyed the views, and at 5, we headed back into the main boat. To end the day, we showered and enjoyed a nice dinner, and the crew also had a surprise prepared for a couple who were celebrating their honeymoon on the boat, and it was really sweet. On our last day, we enjoyed a chilled morning of cruising and enjoying the views, and they served us both breakfast and brunch, and then it was time to check out and say goodbye to the beautiful Halong Bay. Okay, so let's talk prices. I paid $930 for this cruise, and that included a stay of 2 nights and 3 days on the ship and everything that we did. So all the activities, all the tours, and also all of the food we ate was included. The only thing that it didn't include was any drinks that you would purchase basically on the ship during your stay. I know, it's a lot of money. Nas and I pretty much visited Halong Bay for $35 per person, but let me break down the cost of that. So we paid $35 per person for a day tour from Katba Island, and on top of that, obviously we had to stay in a hotel for 2 nights in Katba, and we paid about $100 for that. And then we also paid for transport to and from Hanoi, which in total came at about $50. So we paid $220 for a very similar experience. Now that's a difference of about $600 with the luxury cruise. So do I think those $600 are worth it or are they a waste of money? I definitely think that you get your money's worth in the cruise because there is honestly so much going on all the time. There's so many activities. The meals are incredible. Like we had 5-course meals every time we sat down to eat, which is absolutely crazy. And obviously the room where you're staying in the cruise is really high quality. It feels like a luxury experience all throughout. So I think that the luxury cruise in Halong Bay is definitely worth for special occasions, basically. Now, if you're just traveling and wanting to visit Halong Bay to see it, I'm not sure the $600 are worth it. And I say that because Nas and I were able to have an absolute amazing experience when we did it the other way. And honestly, it didn't even feel like a budget experience. If you guys watch the video, you'll see that we stayed at the lovely hotel. Our tour that we paid $35 per person for was still absolutely amazing. That's gonna be everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to our channel because we still have more Vietnam and Thailand videos coming up, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.